Sorry, still thirsty. I would have already finished off 2 or 3 water bottles at this point, but I'm trying to pace myself. I'm a big drinker of water. All right, my friends, Shapermint is back in PM style tonight, this time with a high-waisted Shaper short, and you get a set of 2. Now, we love a Shaper short because it helps when we're in our dresses and our skirts, especially in summer, because we can prevent chafing now and our naked thighs aren't touching each other. We've got the fabric instead. We love it because it smooths the derriere, so when you are in your jumpsuits, your dresses, your skirts, and so on, especially if you have cellulite on your tush, which most of us do, right? It gives you that smooth look. But what we prefer about this tonight is the high waist. If I put a Shaper shirt on and this is where the waistband is, that softer skin that most of us have is going to roll over the waistband. But when you put a high-waisted band on, the entire stomach is now smooth and you don't have to worry about the muffin top. You're going to get 2 of these for a sale price of $36. That makes them about $18 each. Good shapewear does not cost $18. Usually you pay $35 for 1 if you're lucky, far more in other department stores. You just have to tell me what colors you want and you'll get 2 of the same color. So I've got that chai, and that might be a flesh color for some people out there. It's a tan, a sand. I've got oatmeal. That also might be a flesh color for some of you, with a little bit more of like a pink undertone and a little darker than the chai. I've got the black. I don't know about you, but sometimes I like to go a little sexier in my shapewear because the older I get, the more I need my shapewear, but it's nice that your shapewear can look sexy. And then here's chocolate, another flesh color, a nice deep dark chocolate. All right, we're gonna welcome back out Laura Kaminer. She's gonna guide us through the brand and the choices that we need to make. And Laura, I'm thinking, good to see you again, we might wanna go right to a size, oh,
yeah,
never mind,
let's do it.
They've got Adrienne ready.
We've got Adrienne, and she looks fabulous, and you can really tell the difference in
Yes.
this before and after. You were just pointing out the soft skin, which so many of us have, and this is giving her such a smooth silhouette. And I love that she's wearing this type of dress because this is like the go-to for summer. This is what we were just selling before this. And I'm looking at it going, you know, maybe you see a dress like that and you're thinking, I can't do that. You know, I'm not comfortable in that. But you put on a pair of Shaper shorts like this and you instantly feel confident. You instantly feel like the bumps are smoothed out. And that's exactly what Adrienne looked like.
Well, and it is so affordable when you
Yes.
get 2 for under $40.
Right.
But I do want to reference the size chart because it's important we figure out the size that fits us best.
Exactly, and this is paired sizing, but I like to call that forgiving sizing because honestly, I could really wear, you know, a large or an extra large. One just might fit a little more snugly, but go with your regular size.
Okay.
You're gonna go with your pant size and then find the size on the left that matches. If you are in between sizes, say you wear a 12 or a 14, then I would probably go with the medium large in this, but you know, it really is true to size.
Very helpful. So let's talk about how to climb into it and really what's happening on the inside here so that it stays in place. If you've bought shapewear in the past and then you've wrestled with it because it started to fall down, that won't happen with Shapermint.
No, and I'll just take you on a tour while you're holding it there and start at the top. When you flip it inside, you can see those 2 rows of silicone. And that is exactly what is going to hold it up along with these 2 stays. There's 2 in the front and 2 in the back. This is just flexible boning. It doesn't dig in. You don't even feel that it's there, but it's gonna give you that staying power. It's what's gonna keep it in place. And then as we move down into the hip, you can see the different stitching, the row of stitching here. This is because this is gonna give you a stronger compression through the tummy and the hips and the lower back where we need it more. And then as the stitching changes here around the thigh, this is more of a smoothing. And I also want to point out that I wear these all the time and this does not roll up. Now it doesn't have any silicone in it, but it's just a soft hem and it stays in place so nicely. If there was a piece that I needed more than one of, it would be these because
you get 2.
I will not wear a summer dress, short or long, without it.
Well, and for me, it's the high-waisted difference.
Yeah.
So when I was younger and just getting into shapewear, it didn't matter where the waistband hit. I was getting more into it so that you didn't see the cellulite through the fabric. But now that I'm older and I've had my children and I've had a few more years on my life, I love the high-waisted. So you're gonna see that Adrian's bra lands right at the top of the high-waisted shaper short.
Yeah.
If this went mid-waist, then the soft skin and the muffin top happens. Now you're locked in. Throw a dress on, put a t-shirt and a skirt on, put a jumpsuit on with this.
And you know, this piece is designed to work alongside our bras. As you can see it on Adrian, you can tell there's no gap, just like you were pointing out. So you're not gonna have that spillover at the top in between your bra line. You're gonna get a nice, smooth physique from the top to the bottom. And you do get that smoothing down into the thighs. It also helps with thigh chafe.
Yep.
You know, it's getting hot outside. We are all sweating a little bit more. And with these, it's gonna cut down on that. So this is not only great for smoothing, but it's great for that as well.
Yep. I mean, you'll feel confident, and when everybody's like, "What'd you do?" You can just say
Shaper
nothing,
shorts.
or you can say, "Shaper shorts." You do get two.
I say it loud and proud.
Me too. The 2 chai, the 2 oatmeal, the 2 black, or the 2 chocolate. First day at this sale price, $869-8782. Thank you so
Thank you, Amy.
much, Laura. All right, coming up in just a